You're joining us for 21 Days of Prayer here on Pursuing God with Gene Apple. Here's Gene.
Hey, look at you. You made it to day 5 already of our 21-day prayer journey. Way to go. And to keep it up, a stronger and stronger spirit is being formed in you through this time. And now it's been said sometimes you find what you didn't want to find because it's what you needed to see. And maybe you saw something yesterday you didn't want to see when we prayed that 2-word prayer together, search me, search me. And that's okay, because that leads straight to another kind of prayer that will give you something you definitely will want to have more of in your life. And before I share this prayer, you need a little context about why David prayed it. One night, King David looked out from his palace and he saw this naked woman taking a bath on her roof. I've never figured out why she was taking a bath on a roof. That's not normally where we take baths at our house. But David was captivated by her beauty. And while his soldiers and her husband were away at war fighting for him, he sent for her to come to his palace. Kind of power dynamics there. And they had this affair. And after she returned home, she soon realized she was pregnant. And to cover up his sin, David arranged for her husband to be sent out on a suicide mission in battle. And before her husband's body was even cold, David married the pregnant widow, Bathsheba, thinking he had successfully concealed this sin from everyone. Now, nearly a full year passed, and David and Bathsheba had a baby. Everything seemed fine until Nathan, his closest friend, showed up. Nathan told David a story about a rich man and a poor man who lived in the same town. The rich man had many sheep and cattle, but the poor man had only one prized lamb, which had grown up with his children. It was kind of like a member of their family, a pet, And when the rich man had company, instead of using one of his own many lambs, he took and killed the poor man's beloved lamb. Well, David was enraged by that story, exclaiming, "That's outrageous. This is unthinkable. This man deserves to die. Who is this man, Nathan?" Nathan then revealed, "You're the man, David." And Nathan explained that although God had blessed David with power and palaces and popularity, he had taken the one thing Uriah had, his beautiful wife, and then he had Uriah killed. Well, this revelation pierces David's heart, and after a year of denial and the death of their baby boy, he saw himself for who he really was, a liar, an adulterer, a thief, a murderer. Broken and in need of forgiveness, David prayed the forgive me prayer in Psalm 51. "Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love. According to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions. Wash away all my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions and my sin is always before me." I wonder how many of us are going through life in self-denial, maybe wearing a mask right now, pretending everything's okay, just as David did for so long, when really we're hiding some secret sin. Who's struggling with a substance addiction they can't admit, deceiving their spouse, cheating on financial forms, crippled by pornography, or miserable forms of jealousy and envy triggered by social media? Who's engaged in a pattern maybe of sexual sin and needs to come clean to God and say, "God, forgive me"? David's sincerity was genuine, and because he was truly broken and meant it, God forgave his sin. And today, by the grace available through Jesus Christ, you can also pray that bold, courageous prayer, "Forgive me." And God can take away your sin and guilt through the perfect blood of Jesus. You're only one prayer away right now from a completely different life. You can choose to live in denial and let your heart harden, or you can fall to your knees and open your heart and pray the forgive me prayer. If you have something already in mind that reveals your needs for God's forgiveness, then just pray it right now. Just be specific about it. Ask God to forgive you. In a moment of silence, just pray, "God, forgive me." You tell him what it is. I'm so proud of you for praying that prayer. And I look forward to seeing you this weekend as we're going to continue in our Courageous series, and we're going to end the service with a baptism celebration. And maybe that'll be you taking that step. See y'all for day 6 for 21 Days of Prayer tomorrow.
You're joining us for 21 Days of Prayer here on Pursuing God with Gene Apple.